In today's video, I'm going to bring you through a company, a brand that is absolutely doing quite well. I would say they're doing around $20 to $25 million per year based on my analysis. I'm going to bring you through who they are, what they sell, what is their marketing funnel and strategy so that we can understand why they're able to spend hundreds of thousands of dollars every single month profitably, right? Or else they wouldn't spend hundreds of thousands of dollars, right? And so before we get into the funnel, the strategy, the creative, the entire process, just for your own context, if you are a new viewer, my name is Brando from Brandlux Media. I've been fortunate enough to work with over 100 plus e-commerce brands in the last 6 years alone. And so this is the exact reason why I decided to start this channel, to literally document everything, all of my learnings, all of my failures, if we have to be honest, and just share what I've seen to work, essentially the raw data, right, which doesn't lie. So if you are a new viewer, just for your own context, this is the type of caliber of clients that we're used to working with, like this other, the client that you're seeing on the screen right now, doing around $30,000 to $40,000 a day in sales. Typically, we work with 7 and 8 figure businesses. Now that we got the proof out of the way, let's jump right into the case study. Now, this is the company that I want to talk about. This brand is doing quite well. They're called Cure Skincare. I did do maybe a case study about it maybe several months ago, but I thought of doing it again because they have evolved in the way that they do marketing, okay? So what they essentially sell is that they sell like, they do red light therapy stuff, but they also mainly, this is one of their most winning products. Sorry, I'm in New York City. The sounds on the background. But micro infusion, micro needling products. So this is really working well for them. It's one of their best sellers. And before we get into everything, I always like to look at Atria and the ads that they are running. Let me just close this tab. But these are the ads that they're running. So we're going to go over a bit of this. We're going to go over the funnel, and then we're going to break down other more in-depth strategies so you can get the value from the video. Okay. So this is essentially, let me just zoom out a bit. What they're doing, they have, let me filter by longest running ads. I always filter by active ads, so we know actively how many ads they're running right now. They're running 288 ads. That's typically based on my experience because we also have other clients that run the same amount or even more amounts of ads, and this is probably like on their meta. This is hundreds of thousands of dollars in ad spend. I would say sometimes it gets closer to the millions. It depends. Every ad account is structured in a different way. Some ad accounts have like a lot of ads, but they're not like really spending, and so but they're still active, right? So it really depends. But typically, this should be around hundreds of thousands of dollars in ad spend, spent profitably, of course. Now, the types of videos that work for them, I'm going to show you these videos in just a second. So stick until that moment because it's really one of the most important and detrimental parts that is allowing them to really scale aggressively. And it also seems like they're also scaling in specific markets like Australia. They are, I believe, an Australian brand. So the funnel, I'm going to go over these landing pages. I have Amazon stuff to go over. I have a bunch of sheets, as you can see, to go over. But before we do, this is just some background on SimilarWeb of the company, if it loads. Look, yeah, they're quite ranked quite well. They have 500 to 600, almost 1,000 visitors on a monthly basis. And it seems like their market is 37, almost 40% United States. And then they have other countries as well. It seems like they're not doing too much traffic in Australia. I do trust SimilarWeb to a certain extent. I do not make final conclusions just by looking at SimilarWeb. But, it's typically decently accurate. So it seems like most of their market share is in the United States, but still there's other countries that they're promoting to, which it means that they're trying to expand horizontally, right? This is their age regions: 25 to 34, 35 to 44, mostly being 25 to 34, which I guess are the people that are starting to age. I'm not saying that if you're 25-year-old, but you're starting to see the first signs of aging, especially when you get to 30 or 35, right? And so that's kind of like their target market. And then, of course, over here, it seems like they're getting a lot of direct traffic, a lot of organic traffic, but I know for a fact that you only get direct traffic once you get traction with paid ads, right? You don't just like out of a sudden just get direct traffic. So all of this is mostly because of the paid ads that they're running, okay? Now, let's take a look at one of their top 2 landing pages. If I go over here, these are the top 2 landing pages. The micro infusion offer, which is this one over here, right? And then they're also running like an International Women's Day offer, which is still live. If it's live, it means that it's profitable, even if it's like past the due date, and so maybe they left it. And then they're also running some other offers, which is also a great way. And this comes back to one of the principles that I always speak about. If you're able to scale horizontally with these different aspects, this is how you get to 8 figures, and they're doing it with offers as well. I'm going to talk about this in just a second, but long story short, if you can find ways to horizontally scale, instead of just having one product, one offer, why not having one product with multiple different offers to find better winners and more profitable offers that can scale in the first place, okay? So I'll talk about this in just a second, but let's just go back into the video over here. Let's take a look at the landing page because this is one of the things that I love the most about this brand. They're absolutely doing an amazing job, astonishing job at presenting the product, presenting before and afters, scientific studies, the overall landing page. So let's go through it together. Let me just zoom out so you can see the entire thing and not just my big face. But over here, Ditch the Makeup, embrace a new level of confidence with micro infusion. Okay, so they have the product, people can just scroll, see videos, see the product, see what they're actually getting into. And then you can see before and afters and results. So they've dissected this in a very, very good way. The before and afters are really, really great quality, as you can clearly see. And they also say after 6 treatments, so they give you an idea of what is the after how many treatments, or after how many months, after 3 treatments. And so, right. This is really, really, having a before and after on the landing page is essentially if you're selling skincare or beauty products. Okay, these are some features and benefits, very easy to understand. They also have like a demo where they show you the packaging, how it works. This I really like a lot. Okay, this is really, really smart, even if it's like not something really important. Maybe some people think it's not really important, but this is actually really is important, because it gives you a jump to guide. Instead of going through the page and finding what you want to find, you can just literally click on results, how to use FAQ section, dermatologist, blah blah blah, and go directly to that section. This is a section that I highly recommend for you to add. We have some social proof, Vogue, Cosmopolitan, Glamour, etc. And now we have some statistical evidence along with a GIF, which basically represents or shows you how the product actually works. As you can see, the needles go in, you get the ingredients, whatever, and then your skin becomes stronger and less saggy, right? Which is their main pain point. They're backing everything with scientific studies, or 90% agreed that their skin looked better, 70% agreed the fine lines look smoother, right? So they're essentially answering objections by showcasing stats based on customer results or customer feedback. And then introducing the Cure microinfusion. Let's see some features, benefits, call to actions. The call to action brings you to a 59% offer, which I'll show you in just a second down below. Now we go back to social proof. I really like how this page is looking so far. Really, really high perceived. They have a bunch of UGC videos.
You can see how the skin can get really
very fast to load.
Welcome back to part 2 of,
which is really, really important. If there's videos and they're slow to load, people are just gonna go out and move on. So
I've always wanted to.
I really like the speed of this page. Very, very, very fast page. Dual action for twice the results. Step 1, step 2. So it's giving some context, 5 reasons why everyone can't get enough, and so they explain you visually. One thing to also note is that it's not like a landing page just full of text. It's a landing page that has visual elements to it. Okay, which is really, really important. It also adds authority by showcasing video testimonials and how-to videos from people that have a following. 55,000, 9.7 subscribers, right? 53,000. This doctor alone, he's all over TikTok. He has over 1 million followers. I think also this doctor, they have like a practice together, maybe, I'm not sure. Maybe he's the founder as well, I'm not sure exactly, but I know that he always does a lot of videos about Cure skincare. So he's the founder, or he's partnered with the brand. Maybe he owns equity. More results, more case studies, right? This is really, really important, once again, if you're selling skincare. And then us versus them. I really like this section because it doesn't differentiate the product with their competitors. It's basically doing the product compared to what other solutions there are in the market, which is microinfusion clinic treatments or derma roll at home treatment. And it's essentially, once again, not like shitting on other products. It's just saying it's essentially shitting on other solutions because they're a lot more expensive. And that's like one of their most biggest high value propositions, I would say. Okay, so results, customized, skin safe, cost effective, right? So there's a bunch of benefits. Now they go into what else? Typically more effective and safer than other at home needle devices. Us versus them. Once again, there's a lot of sections that are really, really scientifically proven to increase conversion rate. And if I were you, if I were to sell maybe something similar, I would basically model and copy the exact same structure of this page, because obviously it's working for them. I really like this section because there's a video that explains exactly how to use it, and there's a step-by-step process, so you know exactly how the product works, right? Step 4, step 5, and you're done. Okay, very, very nice. There's other sections that give you some more context, and then there's basically finally the offer, which is choose one option and choose the payment option. So they have a payment plan, which is breaking it down with Klarna or Afterpay and other things like this. Really, really increases conversion rate. But overall, this is their offer over here. Choose your supply. There's a 3-month supply, 2-month supply, 1-month supply. And this is how many micro-infusion treatments you get if you decide on the supply. So I really like what they're doing here. 2 months supply plus 1 extra month for just 37 dirhams, which is basically $10. This is a $150-$170 offer, and then it goes down, or maybe more actually, maybe 200, and then it goes down to like 100, over 120 or something like that. And so of course the more you get, the more you save. That's their offer, best value. I like how they're displaying how much you save. It's very clear. They're adding scarcity here, 119 kits left, right? All of these things really matter. And then of course they have this option that says buy 1 3-month supply and get these things essentially for free. The microinfusion device, all of these things, 24/7 customer support, risk-free for 90 days, etc. And then you can just choose the payment option, as I said before. And then over here there's just more context about the do's and the don'ts, and FAQ sections, and of course a bunch of other proof. So I know that I spent maybe 7 minutes, 10 minutes just speaking about the landing page, but I really like what they're doing over here. They're being very smart. Let's take a look at what happens when you add to cart. So love it here. Once again, they're doing some upsells and downsells, pre-purchase upsells. So add and save 37% with an all-in-one face serum. So 1 face serum, 2 month supply, treat wrinkles, uneven text, and dark spots in just 1 step. It contains peptides and blah. So this is very good. Let's just say add and save 30%. Let's see what happens. And then I should see a cart drawer come up. Amazing. This is a really nice kind of, let's see what happens if I put it on mobile. It shows on the bottom over here, which is smart. But yeah, this is on desktop, so it's going to show over here. Really cool upsell. Instead of having it over here on the cart, it's moving it away, and it's easily visible. This is such a nice layout, honestly. Let me just move this over here so you can see it. But it's such a really nice layout. You can add shipping protection for an extra like $3 or something like that. Cool. And it's very simple. And it also tells you you're X amount away from free shipping. So let's just say I want to buy another kit, or 2 other kits, then I basically get free shipping, right? Boom. And then let's see how the checkout looks like. Once again, I know that I'm spending a lot of time over here. Out of stock. So continue, return to cart, continue checkout. I know that I'm spending a lot of time over here, but it's really important to go over this funnel because it's literally why it's working for them, right? So very simple funnel. I do like that they are able to customize their checkout over here. They have an all-in-one face serum with some proof, some before and afters. It's basically just an image, but it's going to increase conversion rate if you literally right under the price you have the results that you could achieve yourself. You see yourself being this person that is basically probably 70 or 80 and looks like 70, or recouped 10 to 15 years just by looking at the pictures, right? So once again, this is really good. And then they have afterpay options, Klarna, very flexible terms. And so, if I highly recommend getting into these, but you have to make sure that you have a quality product, because as soon as you start getting returns or refunds and chargebacks, these platforms like Klarna, Afterpay, all these Sezzle, they will give the right to the customer. They're going to ban you. They're going to hold your money. It's a complete mess. So you have to make sure that you have a good product, or else this will increase conversion rate, but it's going to really give you a hard time after. Okay, so this is the funnel. I know that I spent some time speaking about it, but it's really important. Okay, not sure why this is looking like this. So let's go over the ads very quickly, and then we can have a good understanding of why what they're launching is working to perfection. So let's filter by longest running ads and take a look.
Struggling to get rid of acne scars like this? Cure's micro-infusion system offers clinic-like results that you can do at home, and more frequently. Just stamp over the areas of concern every 2 weeks. These are ice pick acne scars.
So this is a medium BSL, so it's not too long, it's not too short, it's almost 2 minutes, so 1 minute 45, and they're combining the B-rolls and the UGC creators that they worked with all together, which is allowing them to really scale aggressively horizontally. Let's take a look at another one.
At home treatments at work, I'm regularly asked if home treatments are worth it, and yes, some definitely are. This is Cure's micro-infusion system, great at promoting skin health. Using 0.5mm.
They're doing the same exact thing, but they're not using an AI voice. In this case, it's the real voice of a human. Let's take a look at another couple and see.
Stabbing your face with needles. Yeah, it does sound terrifying, but there is a reason why you may want to do this. Microneedling is a very popular treatment out in Hollywood as it increases the production of collagen, leading to the reduced appearance of Cure's alternative fine lines and wrinkles perpendicular to.
This is a combination of B-roll, a combination of somebody actually speaking, which is a dermatologist or a doctor, and they're doing like these pop-ups where they basically you see their face in the bottom left or bottom right, and it's something that goes super viral. And they're also doing it with this doctor, as you can see, like they're doing it with like dermatologists, not just random creators. So it seems like it's an angle, and it's a creative concept that works well for them. One thing that I noticed overall is that they're testing a lot of different creative concepts, as you can see here, mashups, a lot of different people. They're doing like these interviews with dermatologists, another dermatologist, right? This concept with the doctor, as I showed you over here, that it shows on the bottom left or bottom right.
How I beat
These B-roll slash creator approaches, where they're combining the two concepts together. So once again, these are actually the themes that they're also testing: before and afters, problem solutions, features and benefits, promotions and discounts, testimonials, social proof, comparison. So they're expanding as much as they can horizontally to essentially have a system like this. I always show this diagram because it's the exact representation and difference between a 6 and 7 figure business that has this workflow and an 8-figure business that has, or 9-figure business that has this workflow. This business has one angle, a couple creative concepts, and this is all they focus on. This other improved workflow, as you can see, scales horizontally. All of these are different angles, right? Different creative concepts, right? They're scaling horizontally, and it's a lot more of a horizontal linear scaling, which is easier to scale. All of these are basically more creative tests and creative concepts that are being scaled. And we also, within our clients, we use an 80% 20% rule. So 80% of our time and resources in our team goes towards essentially scaling the winning angles and the winning concepts, and then 20% goes towards testing and exploring new things. This is the exact thing that we're doing, and this is probably why the reason why they have like 200 165 ads, and then of course they have other angles that they're maybe testing on the background, right? And so once again, they're doing very, very well over here. And so let's take a look at also their creative approach. There's typically 3 things that we do for our clients that work really, really well. First of all, we do AI avatar creators. So we actually but go and use tools like Symphony Creative Studio on TikTok ads. I can show you if you want, where we can basically give a script, choose an avatar, and we can create this super human and realistic avatar customer that can speak for us, and that can do videos like this one, where like a placeholder where they can speak. Where is it? Where they speak on the bottom left. I suddenly can't find it anymore. You got my point. So they're speaking like on the bottom left. You can actually do that with Symphony Creative Studio, where you can go in here. I'm just going to my projects, and you can create a super realistic avatar with a script. You give it a script, and then it can basically speak for you. I'm not going to show you now because it takes like 2 minutes to load. I'll leave it here. Maybe I'll show you later. But this is super realistic. They're not really doing it. I haven't seen a lot of videos like that that are being done by them, but I know that a bunch of other like 8-figure brands are doing it, and they're crushing with it. So this is a super nice way to get the ball rolling and test scripts and hooks. The other thing that they do a lot is just B-rolls and footage. So they partner with creators. They ask for a bunch of B-rolls, not final videos, just B-rolls, and then they put all the videos in a B-roll folder to use however they like and want. And then of course we get AI voiceovers to do, like with 11 Labs and other AI tools, to just say a script for us. And so we basically can scale as much as we want in a super fast manner with scripts horizontally. And then of course the final end result is that you can do a combination of all of these types of creatives to scale very aggressively. So you can combine B-rolls with AI scripts. So essentially the script is basically here as a background, and then the editors can add different types of B-rolls. You can do the same thing with AI creators and B-rolls. So you can have the AI creator speak and then go off of the scene and show some B-rolls to give some context on the story, on the storyboard and the script. Then back to the avatar creator, and then more B-rolls, and then avatar creator, and then of course the script of the AI UGC creator is on the background, right? And then you can essentially scale very, very aggressively just by keeping the same script that has been working before with different B-rolls, or keeping the same script, keeping the same body with B-rolls, and just changing the hooks, right? So there's unlimited ways to do it. This is how they're doing it. I just went through all of their ads. I spent like 30 minutes doing this, so I know exactly what they're doing. And they're testing like so many different creative concepts and angles, but most importantly, they're doing it with this strategy. So B-rolls and winning scripts, keeping the winning scripts. I saw like 7 ads, and if I continued scrolling, I would probably come across many more with the same exact script, but just with different visuals. So that's a perfect representation of what I'm showing you over here as an example. Okay, so let's see if I wanted to speak about other things here. But yeah, if you want if you want ideas about hooks, they are doing quite a lot of hooks. If you go here in the hook filter, they're testing so many different hooks, and this is actually one of the best ways to really scale horizontally. You just keep everything the same, and then you just try to find better hooks to increase the hook ratio, decrease the cost per click, and also decrease the cost per acquisition at the end of the day. We actually have a document with 600 plus hooks, with like the structure of the hook and with an example, so that you can come up with ideas. As you can see here, number, great gifts for that, whatever. Let's just do another one. Number, things I will never have after being occupation title. So 5 things I will never have after being a professional cleaner. Like, this is just an example. Like, you know, I have to use this example. It's just an example of the framework so that you can innovate on it and create your own version. And so these are literally 600 hooks that are winners that we've seen to work, are working very well, and this is how we get inspiration with hooks. The other way that we do is that we just literally copy what our best direct competitor is doing, and we try to do something better or similar, and then we see, and we go from there. Okay, so overall, this is what they're doing. They're also on Amazon. They're selling like 500 plus on Amazon, also for the other product, and so they're maybe doing an extra 500K a month on Amazon. I think they're doing quite well, but most of their traffic is coming from their website, and that's what they're doing. Let's take a look at this video.
This is why Gen Z is ditching foundation. Tinted moisturizer. It's a moisturizer, sheer coverage, and sunscreen all in one.
So it's pretty realistic. You can just change this by changing like the capitalization of the letters, by changing the tonality, like to change how the creator actually speaks and sounds and tonality. You can do it by like adding punctuation to the script. So this works super well. And yeah, that's basically it for this video. When it comes to B-rolls, as I told you before, this approach where we essentially step number 2, where we essentially ask for B-rolls, this is super important to have a super structured and organized way to actually reach out to the creator, they know exactly what they need to do just based on how you reach out to them, because you give them a document and resources. So what we do, just to show you, is that we organize a 20-30 page B-roll document with like images, sometimes even frames of videos, with an explanation of the B-roll. So B-roll 6, you sitting on on your bed, holding your head, looking worried, like this one. B-roll 7, show how your hands are shaking from anxiety, you know, stuff like that, right? You know, this was for a client, of course. And so once you have all of this mega B-roll concepts, you can just send it to the creator and like, hey, I need number 5, 7, 6, and 2, 5, 17, whatever, and they know exactly what they need to reproduce in order for you to have profitable ads. So this is super important. Create this, and then of course we just send them like a template that looks something like this. You can scroll through the video and stop it, where it's like very specific criteria. These are the B-roll shots, and then we give them a script if we need them to do a script, or just to give them context on what we're trying to replicate or reproduce. Once again, let me know if you want more details about these things. I can go deeper, but there is a giveaway if you want access to the exact same Google sheet that we use to track all of our creatives, all of our competitors. We have an ROI calculating sheet, or ROI calculator sheet, creative concepts, a bunch of creative concepts, a daily report where you can just plug and play your numbers. Everything is color coded, ad copies, visuals, UGC tracker, CRO tracker. This is the sheet that we use for all of our clients to scale them to like 8 figures. If you want this, there's a link down below. Go get it. And also, if you are a brand doing at least $100,000 a month and you want a free audit from me or one of my team members, and you want the opportunity to work with us to get you to that next level, then feel free to book a call down below, and I'll see you there, hopefully. All right, see you in the next video. Bye.